Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just inherited as this guy, and there are problems. We'll need to deal with them, and we definitely will do so. So first things first, we're going to grant out some of these castles. We can only hold 7 right now. So we're going to grant out these ones that are not like county level castles, right? Barony level castles. There's only 2 of those, I believe. Let's see here. Here's one. Good. But not everything we need. So 11. Yes, 11 is correct. It's unfortunate that we'd have to hand out more, but we do. We do have to hand out more here. 4, to be precise. That's a lot. How much is our domain limit affecting our levies by? It's not actually saying, but we have 6 recently acquired holdings that are causing no penalties yet. Noted. Now, we don't come of age for a long time. We're not going to have an education trait. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to hand out some of this. I'm going to hand out Sala. Actually, I'm going to hand out this one instead. So, there's 1. These 2 are decent to hand out as well. Not that I love it, but they're decent. And 1 more. It's got to be Maghrebia. And that hurts. No doubt about it, that hurts. But the idea here is to boost up our total number of soldiers. We do have this guy on his own, or actually, no, other people have joined now. But this guy with his special soldiers is the primary threat here. We have his heir captured. As it is. Okay. We're banking up cash for right now, because I have a feeling we're going to need it. We can negotiate an alliance with this guy of Yorubaland, which we'll do. Just in case. Okay. What else can we do here? This guy's going to rebel pretty much no matter what. These special soldiers are not threatening. Really. They're not super threatening. Do we have a control issue? I'm just wondering why our soldier count has dropped by the amount that it has. I think it's probably just losing those holdings, but let's see if we've got a control issue anywhere. We really don't. There's some control issues down here, but these are not ours. We don't hold these. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to keep organizing army here, and that'll be fine. So the question is, what can we do about this situation? This guy has 5,000 troops. Yet this guy is 205% on his own. But if we could get this guy out of here, we can arrange a marriage between her and our half-brother. Done. So that guy will pop out of the faction. Now, this guy. He's fine. We can arrange a marriage potentially. That is an awkward imprisonment. But maybe we can arrange a marriage directly between him and, like, do we have a sister? Yeah, we have a half-sister here. Directly like this. That would do the trick. Done? Okay. So this guy's no problem. Now, this guy. He's got a daughter. Fantastic. We have 1 million half-brothers. So this sounds good. Done. Next up, this guy. He has some siblings. They are all married. He himself is not married. So we can do this. Beautiful. Now, you'll note that we're not trying to stop this guy. And that's by design. This guy, he has a daughter, but he could have some secondary spouses. So we'll go for like a half-sister and him directly. Cool. We're just trying to make sure that this guy has no allies, is our goal. So similarly here, we can arrange a secondary spouse marriage with this guy. Cool. So now it's just this gentleman. We know that we've been able to deal with him previously. His special soldiers do not regenerate, and we can take advantage of that. Also, his actual men-at-arms are pretty crap, in all honesty. Ours aren't amazing, but they're better than his. The only thing that makes him powerful is his special soldiers. Has anyone else joined his Liberty faction? Negative. He just sends his demands. We will not be threatened. Okay, so this is a Liberty faction. In order for ticking war score to be a thing, he has to take our capital. That has to be his goal. We'll put in a new chancellor, that'll be this guy, and we see his troops here. Fascinating. So he's walking this direction. I'm going to let him. We'll let him lock in here. And we'll raise up our troops and threaten his capital. I don't see any reason to fight him here. He's so far away from our capital. And sure, he'll get there. But it should be fine. We take his capital and we just win. He has no other castles. This will be full occupation. This is 100% war score. We also already have his heir. I don't see how he wins this. He hires... oh, that's a peasant revolt? That's really awkward. But there. We win the fight. And what's very interesting about this, we enforce these demands. He is now imprisoned. Unfortunately, his son was released from our prison. The question now is, do those special soldiers get inherited? And I believe... I think that's variable, depending on the special soldiers. Some of them do and some of them don't, I think. I don't know about these ones. I guess we're about to find out. Because I'm going to execute this guy. I don't want his religion to be a thing. Actually, this is his religion. I don't want his religion to be a thing. So he gets executed. There. Now, this guy, he might be a problem. But look at that. No special soldiers. He is not an issue. Beautiful. So that problem is dealt with. Now, we can hop up over this way and start spending money again. Specifically, here. And we want to, let's see, all of this should all be done except, I mean, the castles will be brought up to a higher level, but that's fine. Let's just go through these and look for locations to spend our money. That is our primary goal at this moment. Military outpost sounds good. I'd love to upgrade this temple, and in fact we can because that's been culturally converted. Speaking of which, are we converting? We're not. What's the wrong religion here? We can convert something, but what? Wait, we're Ashari? We're Ashari. Oh, okay. That's a problem. We don't want to be Ashari. We want to swap over specifically to Zaidism. I didn't realize we were Ashari. Actually, there's probably an easier way to do this. Educate child with someone who is Zaidi and Maghrebi. Yes, we are the correct culture. We just need to convert faith. There we go. That's the easier way to do that. So once we come of age, we will convert over. We don't want to do any conversions at this time then. So that looks good. I do want to continue to spend cash where we can. Including here. Let's see. This county is now maxed out. Perfect. Okay, this is all looking good. These castles are upgrading nicely. This county should be virtually maxed out, and it virtually is. Not entirely, but it's very close. This castle is upgrading, and this one is upgraded. Past tense. It's also occupied, awkwardly, so we can't get an upgrade going there, but that's okay. We did manage to spend most of our money there, so that's great. Now, we are going to need to work on bringing these counties back under our control. So our top priority will be finding who has the lowest opinion of us, which is this guy, and working on swaying him. But we have to be at least 12 to sway. So that'll be 7 more years. We're very young. We're very, very young. So that is noted. We can continue to upgrade these watchtowers in locations... Yeah, we'll send you back to your master. We can continue to build watchtowers in these locations where we have level 3 castles and watchtowers. We don't have watchtowers everywhere because they're not a very good building. But overall, in locations where we do have them, they are eligible to be upgraded with our current technology level. So we can go around and look for those. Not that there's very many of them. Okay. Cool. That'll do for now. Actually, this war's over. We can't upgrade that because we're lacking the gold. Noted. We'll have that soon, but our gold income is not the highest. We can create a duchy. This duchy down here, specifically. You know what? Let's do it. And that will go over to this guy. Because that will allow us to build our duchy building here once we're done with this hidden weapons caches. So we want to put in a tax office. As soon as we're done here, which is going to be in 55 days. Sure. No real problem here, so we'll just wait that out. 30 more days. 25. 20. A kitten? Sure, it's mine. It is Might. We name it Might a lot. Perfect. So we'll build tax offices. Done. Cool. So that is nicely underway. Our total troop count is down a little bit. No doubt about that. But once we're able to get our domain limit up, our troop count is going to be ridiculous. For our nation size, anyway. Oh, our domain limit is now 8. So, with that in mind, who has the highest opinion of us? 14, 14, 29. This guy's our ally. So we would need a title revocation reason. Right. So the way that we would do this, hypothetically, this marriage has already gone through. That one's a bit awkward. We'll have to come back to that. 38% here. No, I don't want to modify the vassal contract. What do we got? 64. And this guy's an ally. He's our brother-in-law. Okay, so this would be the one to go for. We send a gift, 100 gold. Bumping up his opinion. 76% chance. Who would join this? I don't think this is relevant, to be honest. No, this is not relevant. Let's roll it. Do we fail? We do fail. Okay, noted. It's fine, though. We should have no problem with this. So we will raise all of our troops here, and we're going to head on in once they're raised in 15 days. Okay, so we're going to head up here. I'm keeping an eye on their location over here. We instantly lost the Siege of Ziz. That must have already been occupied by these guys. But we're going to split off our onagers as well as a few levy troops. And then these guys are going to head up over here and look to give battle. Cool. We're going to catch a substantial part of their forces here. And that should be an easy victory for us. We took his brother and friend hostage. Now we're at a crossroads. They're retreating this direction, which does threaten our siege force. They're sieging up here. 6 years on that. So I don't think we worry about this. I think we just turn around and come back here. Okay. They're just running around over this way. I think this is fine. So they have 10,000 troops here sieging. 6 months on that siege versus 5 months here. This siege is far less important to us, so I don't think that matters. We're just hoping for some good rolls here. It's been a little awkward, but it's looking decent. Yeah, our siege rolls are... We're getting a lot of good desertions. That stalemate isn't great, but... Okay, we're stalemating now. There's some desertions. Thank you, fair lady. They're going to finish their siege up very quickly here. Yep, there they go. But we managed to take this location. Now we're going to head down here. And we're going to look to siege here as well. These guys are fighting up here. That's fascinating. How many total troops do we need to siege this? 1250. This should do the trick. So if we take these guys up to Fez, we can start resupplying up over here while they siege. Something like this. So we're going to resupply. They're going to siege. They're fighting up here awkwardly. Now they don't have enough to continue here. Beautiful. I do see this additional 6,000 moving up here. Noted. And they're just piling in here. Okay, we're letting that happen for the time being. It looks like they're heading down this direction. So we're going to group up here. This is in Drylands. Noted. And we're going to hop down here and help out with this siege. We don't have enough troops here anymore due to an attrition tick of some type. But we'll get this done. 3 months left here. This will fully occupy this county. And I'm just watching them move around here. Okay. This seems reasonably viable. So the reasonable viability that I'm talking about here is that we finish this. This guy is a desert warrior and open terrain expert. This is Drylands. So he has +5 advantage from Drylands, and he has +2 advantage from Drylands. Plus he's a 21 skill commander. We walk up here. And we fight their smaller group. These guys abandon their siege and look to reinforce, but they still don't have more troops than we have. Plus, their army supply is running low. We just recently resupplied. And we have more commander traits, more men-at-arms counter. This looks like a clear victory to me. Yes, they pile in, but we win this fight. And that is a huge fight to win. Absolutely enormous, in fact. So we finish this up. We come down here, and we're going to look to take back this territory. Ticking war score is on our side, remember. All we need to do is hold our capital for ticking war score. So we're going to come take this back. I was hoping that that would be faster. I'm going to go ahead and divide this force in half, though. And we're going to start a slow siege down here. Now, they're going to retreat a long, long ways. They're sieging over this way. I'm okay with this. We are double sieging here. It's going to take 3 years, to be sure. And do we have... We don't have a siege leader. We've got this guy in charge. That's okay. No big deal there. So we're going to get Taza in 5 months. They do have a breach. They are sieging at similar pace. But this is fine. We have ticking war score, remember. So we're completely okay here. And we're also sieging slightly faster since we're dual sieging. And they're singular sieging. They're going to attack us here awkwardly. That will delay us. That's a hostile force, not actually an enemy force. But that delays us by a couple days. Which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. They finished their siege here and they're embarking. They're going to attack like up over here, like they have been. We could be fickle, we could be arrogant, or we could be generous. I don't want to be generous here. Stewardship -2. We'll go for arrogant. It's not ideal, but it'll do. Okay, so this siege will progress much more quickly now. We have a good lead on them. 6 months on the siege. 5 months. So they're going to finish this up in 3. But we're only 2... Actually, ticking war score is going to end this first. There we go. So we enforce those demands and disband our troops. Now, this guy is in jail. These are not. They didn't rebel. But this guy, we can definitely just revoke his title at this point. Done. So that puts us at 10 of 8. We definitely need to grant out this mosque and to Gragra here. I almost... You know what? Let's do it. I wanted to not take a screenshot, but I wanted to rename this to Tanagra. Perfect. Tanagra. There we go. Perfect. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, watch more Star Trek. Okay, so that is absolutely fantastic. We are going to need to work on our control here, of course, but that gets us up to 8 of 8. And control is in here, of course. There we go. Beautiful. We'll work that up. Cool. So we've got a bunch of gold, and I'd like to spend that down. There's 262 gone. I believe this is now maxed out for our current tech level. That's great. So let's just come down over this way and just look to spend it on random things. Beautiful. Anything else over here? Yep, in fact, there is. Cool. And we have additional upgrades that we can do over here. They're somewhat expensive, but that's to be expected. Our income is much lower because we're a child, of course. But that'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. We are now 10 years of age. And this will all get solved soon enough. This ransom is not acceptable. I want to keep him in the prison for now. Keep him from making trouble. Okay, so we need a new spy master. That'll be this guy. Okay, so we apparently get a choice as to who we are attracted to. Realistically, we're probably best off... You know, because of the secondary spouses, we are probably best off with the fertility malice from homosexuality. Because that will produce fewer heirs that we have to disinherit. Or asexuality. That could work too. Either of those would work. I suspect that this might have a bigger malice. Let's see. Let's see how many heirs we end up producing with asexuality. So that should be fine. Let's see here. We can ransom this sheik, but I'm not going to. Once again, I want him in prison, not causing trouble. So that'll be fine. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will grow up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible. including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Ken2In, James, Shadowwolf, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unizel, Kadra, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.